Hope you've got plenty of information what you're going to talk about.
Do you want to set off?
No, you're going to set out. You're the main man. You're the what you're on now. That's what you're on that thing.
A link.
Link. Is it a link? No, that thing what you're on.
Website.
No. Oh, your city website. Aye.
Yeah.
You could talk about that.
Nah, I'm alright.
All right then.
Shall we set off?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What are you going to say to start with then?
You watch.
I'll watch. Okay.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the podcast.
Hello. I'm here as well.
We're back with Great Grandpa. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yes.
It's good. We've had a little break for a while, but we're back to it now. Football season's ended, unfortunately, but with a strong end to the season for Palace, winning the FA Cup.
Well, I know all along. I could guess what was going to happen.
Did you?
Yes.
Played Man City, won 1-0. Really strong performance from Palace.
They got it right at the right time.
In my opinion, your man of the match was Dean Henderson. How good is Henderson?
Oh, the goalkeeper was brilliant. He was absolutely outstanding. And now I can't believe he's not got in front of Pickford now for the being the goalkeeper for England.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped up this past season or two for Palace.
No, he's always been good.
Oh, okay.
He's always been good.
Well, he's definitely better than Pickford, put it that way.
I'm not saying he's better than good. You don't say that you're better than somebody else. All I'm saying is, I think he's gone in front of Pickford when it comes to picking. But then again, what do I know? I'm not a selector. Go on.
A selector? What do you mean by that?
Now, are you carrying on with this?
Yeah.
Right,
so, Palace haven't won a major trophy in over 100 years. They've been in 2 FA Cup finals before this one, and they lost both of them.
Yeah, they lost one by a lot of goals, I think.
Yeah, that was...
Was it against Liverpool?
I can't remember, but one of them was from Man United, and they got beat 2-1, which was...
No, there's one they got 7-something, I think it was.
That might have been in the 70s, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I can't go back that far.
It was a long time ago,
definitely. I can't remember what day it is sometimes.
Man City, obviously, not getting any silverware this season, which is unlike them.
No, I was surprised at Manchester City when they played
Palace.
When they played Palace. Mind you, I don't like their style of football anyway, but I'm not an expert on football.
Yeah.
I like to see open play. I don't like to see possession football. I think it's boring.
Yeah, sticking on to Man City, Kevin De Bruyne has left Manchester City.
Has he left?
He's left, yeah. His last game was last week against Fulham. That's going to be a big loss for them.
So where's he gone, Will?
Don't know yet. There's been a few clubs interested in him. One being Aston Villa, another one being Saudi Arabia. But wherever he goes, I think he'll probably do well for the club. Probably.
Yeah. He's knocking on a bit now, is De Bruyne.
Yeah.
He's had some hard seasons. He deserves to finish with a good club.
I think he's won 6 Premier Leagues since he's been there. He's won a Champions League. He's won Carabao Cups, FA Cups, Community Shields. He's won the lot.
When he's not picked for the team, it's a big loss.
It's a big difference.
It is a big difference.
And when he comes on, he always has an impact on the game.
That's right.
I can remember when they played Newcastle away from home. They were 1-0 down, and De Bruyne ended up getting a goal and an assist, and they went on to win the game 3-2, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or 2, I think it was 3-2. But De Bruyne has a massive impact in that midfield for Man City.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a big loss for them next season.
That's right.
And you never know, they might not. I don't think they'll contend for the title next season.
Well, let's go on to your team, Liverpool.
Liverpool, yes, we will. Won the league with 83 points.
And I thought you could say they was going to win that league. At least 5 or 6 games before the finish. It was that far in front was Liverpool. I couldn't believe it.
I started to believe we were going to win the league in November. That's when I actually thought we could win the league, but no one believed me. But yeah, that's when I really thought we could win the league. I think we had a really good November, December, January and February. I think we only lost maybe 1 to 2 games in 4 months, and that's what really got us to win the league. Really, we've picked up loads of points, but like since we won the league, we've lost 2 games and drawn 2.
The team what's won the league this year, Will, would you like to see that same team go into next season, or would you think there should be a few changes?
Well, to that squad, I think we should definitely get at least 2 players in, at least 2.
There's 1 or 2 players what they've played this year, new players, what actually haven't come through to what they thought.
So we definitely need a striker. We definitely need a right back. They're the main 2.
Well, you've got rid of one of the best right backs.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
That's right. I mean, I think he was a born player. There from, what was he, at the club at the age of 6 to 26.
Yeah, he's been there 20 years, yeah.
That's some record, is that, for a player to be all that there and to play for Liverpool and finish like he has. At Liverpool, I don't mean finishing football, because he'd definitely make his name and his mark abroad.
Yeah.
Is it Real Madrid he's gone?
I think, well, it's not confirmed, but he is probably going there. But Liverpool, this is what I think. They've definitely signed the deal of Frimpong, which he's a right back. He came over to Liverpool yesterday, and they can't announce it until the 1st of June. So I think he's definitely done. We're looking at a left back as well, Kirkes from Bournemouth. And it looks like we're almost getting the deal done of Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. And this morning there was been reports that we were getting, I can't remember his name, but someone from a German club at Frankfurt up top, Alcaraz, something like that.
How much do you think Liverpool missed that ex-manager Clough? How much do you think the influence he had on them players, what he had?
Yeah, he had.
Do you think something went?
Are we on about the fans or the team?
No, I'm on about the team.
Okay.
Do you think they lost? I know they won the league, but most of them players was there. He got them players playing for himself, and they were good. He was a good manager, there's no doubt about that.
I don't think they've missed him as much, only because Slot's come in and done a massive difference to the team.
Yes, but he's done it with the team that Clough produced. He was the man behind that team. That man who come in, he had a ready-made team there.
Yeah, but what I mean is he's got them playing better than what Klopp did. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I know, he definitely has.
I wouldn't say that.
He has. He's won a Premier League in his first season. He got to a final in his first season.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll go off of that because it's got a bit boring to me.
So, now, unfortunately, we're on to York City, falling short in the playoffs.
That was the most disappointing result
of the season.
I never used to go. I used to follow them. I never used to go. But that was a very bad result when they played Oldham. They played that I watched it on television, and I couldn't believe the kind of football they played that night. They were playing possession football at the back, passing the ball about, not going forward. And Oldham just stood there, and the first opportunity they had, bang. They made a mistake at the back, did York, and there was a 1 goal down. And after that, York didn't seem to even try to change their tactics. They just kept playing the same kind of tactics that they started with, and of course they finished 3 goals down at the end.
The problem with that game was, in my opinion, Oldham had a game before York, and in that game they scored 4 goals against Halifax, and then the week after, when they were playing York, they were obviously well up for it, wanting to win. They've got the momentum behind them from the game last week, 2 weeks from Halifax.
Yeah.
So they were always going to be up for it.
See, well, I don't believe in that system,
No.
playing off them for people to go up. I mean, City was, when you think City was how many points in front?
24.
24 points in front of the teams what was in that playoff. I mean, if they played like a league football, City would have gone up easily with the points that they had. Instead of that, they're playing teams who hadn't had the results City had. In the end, I don't know who's going to go up now, because that playoff, is it tonight, that Southend?
Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
But this is why this is just unbelievable, is this. Southend have got a chance to win the playoffs and go up. Southend scraped the playoffs by a point, and they were 28 points behind York.
That's right. It seems ridiculous.
Outrageous.
That's right. And it had happened before. A couple of seasons ago, when they changed that system to that system, if they'd gone on the points scored in the league at the end of the season, they'd have gone up. Instead of that, they had these playoffs, and they missed again.
I think playoffs has ruined York.
But again, I don't think they deserve to go up after watching them against Oldham. Well, they just won in the game.
Well, they've played like that all season, and somehow
they haven't. Will
they have?
They haven't. They've played games this season, attacking football from midfield.
Yeah,
I've seen them down the wings.
No, but
they didn't even try to play that kind of football.
Yeah, because we were scared of them. That's why. And when I watched the home games, 7 out of 10 times York always in the games play out from the back. You see it in nearly every home game. You do.
Well, see, that kind of thing, I don't believe. I don't believe that's. If a goalkeeper gets a goal kick, and he kicks it down from the goal kick, kicks it down the other end, it's a 50-50 chance that one of your teammates is going to get that ball, and the ball is in the right half for them. But now, if you lose a ball when the goalkeeper kicks it to the fullback kicks it to the goalkeeper, they've only got to make a mistake, and there's ready-made chances for the other team. But I won't argue about that. Some people will agree, but I don't. Right, what we're going to go on now about the cup final.
No, Tottenham won their first trophy.
Well, they've been in and out, Tottenham, this year.
It's hard to go on, really, because they had a bad start to the season, and now they've ended it really well. I think next season, I'd heard someone online saying that Tottenham will win the league next season. That's what I heard of someone.
Well, I don't know who it was. It wasn't Mickey Mouse, was it?
Maybe. But yeah, Tottenham, I think it's a good thing that they've won a trophy, definitely.
Yeah. They've got everything by the football team, I think, because they've got a marvellous ground.
Yeah.
I mean, them pitches, where they've got one pitch on top of another.
That's right.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That new stadium and that new what they've got there. It's brilliant.
Do you agree on this? So Tottenham have finished 17th in the league. Yeah. They've won the Europa League and they've got Champions League football next season. And Villa missed out on Champions League football by a point. And they came 5th with 69 points.
Well,
do you agree with that?
I can't disagree. I can't agree because actually, well, I don't really understand what you're on about.
So, if you win the Europa League, you get through to the Champions League for the next season. Tottenham have finished 17th in the league and they've got Champions League football.
You can say that against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, if they hadn't won the cup this year, they wouldn't have been playing in Europe.
That's right. I just don't agree with it, really.
Anyway, whatever I think, or you think, won't make a bit of difference.
Why?
Well, because the rules of football nowadays, they're not like they used to be. They can change. They change from week to week. I think some of these rules.
Well, I can't wait for next season when they change the 7-second rule into the game with keepers. They can't keep. I think it is. Oh, they can't keep the ball for 7 seconds. If they keep it for more than 7 seconds, the opposition get a corner.
You know, going back years back, a goalkeeper couldn't go more than 3 steps, bounce the ball 3 times, and then he had to kick it. You had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Or throw it or whatever.
That's changed.
But you had to. That's how it's changed. I mean, nowadays, to see a goalkeeper to run from one side of his area to the other and then back again. I mean, this is why there's so much extra time, wasting time. They do it on purpose.
Yeah. Last topic we're going on to. Man United. It's been their worst season.
Well,
so far.
I would never have thought that a whole team would be put up for sale at the end of the season like Manchester United. All their players was for sale at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I would never have thought that of a team. They're brilliant. They've been a brilliant team. It's a brilliant club because when you get different people coming in, bringing money in, it's up to them to make decisions.
Are you on about this season? The team?
I'm on about Manchester United
in general
as a club.
Right. Okay.
They're a brilliant club. There's no doubt. They've the record. It proves it. What kind of club they've been. Everybody has a bad season, but this season, it's been exceptional. Their season has been very poor.
Right. Do you think now Liverpool have won the league? Would you say Liverpool are a bigger club than Man United?
In what? In reputation?
No, just like a whole trophy-wise.
I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't say a lot of difference.
Why?
Because they've both been brilliant clubs. They've both had this brilliant seasons.
This season? They haven't.
I can remember when Manchester United used to be top of the pop, every season. They had a good run at the top, did Manchester United. They had players, brilliant players, like Bobby Charlton and players like
Beckham.
And
Rooney.
And best. I mean, they were the best. They were the best team. But Liverpool's had the same. They've had good players, outstanding players.
Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush, Steven Gerrard, Robbie Fowler.
That's right.
Mo Salah.
Uncle Tom Coblin and all, you know.
Who?
Uncle Tom Cobley and all. It's a song, well.
Oh, right. So, if you had to choose one club who's bigger, Man United, Or Liverpool, trophy-wise?
I can't.
Why?
Because I can't. I'm not that good. I couldn't tell you who would be the best club.
Right, okay. Shall we finish there then?
Well, it's up to you. Well, I mean, you can go on as long as you like, but who are you going to talk about now? Finished?
Maybe, yeah.
Right, okay then.
Oh, Leeds in the Premier League for next season.
String of beads.
Yeah.
Um,
I was watching one of our videos from the other day, and you said you'd really love Leeds to go up. That's what you said on one of the videos.
it would be lovely if they stop it. There's a big gap. There's no doubt about it. There is a big gap
Definitely.
between Championship, is it?
Yeah.
And Premier.
Mm.
People don't seem to realise going up into the division, and it's proved it. Look at Sheffield United. At times they win and go up into the Premier, back down again. There's several of them teams. They're not geared to go into the Premier.
Yeah.
If I mean, Leeds will go in and do well. I mean, any team coming out of the Championship and finishes in the top half would have done very well.
What?
Teams like Nottingham Forest. I mean, that was a second division club. Look how they went, how well they've done in the Premier this year. They could. So it all depends on the clubs.
What about Sunderland going up?
Well, I like to see Sunderland go up because they have been a good club as Sunderland.
Last time they were in the Prem was 8 years ago.
8 years ago, yeah. But at least they've been in the Premier. There's a lot of clubs who've never been in the Premier.
Yeah.
Never looked like being in the Premier.
Oldham has.
Oldham, yeah. You've got to go back a few years though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Look at Ipswich. Ipswich was a fine. Was it First Division then, or was it Premier when they was? I'm not sure, but
I think it might have. I don't know. I can't remember.
But they was a good club, top club. Then they got back up again. Now they've fallen back and gone back into the Championship.
Luton were in there last season. Luton, they were in there.
I never reckon Luton is a.
I don't like
a Premier.
There's only one team that I can't stand who are always in the Prem. Burnley.
Burnley was a good club.
It's so boring though to watch. It's the only problem with Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley, but they had some good players at Burnley in their team over the years.
Yeah.
They nearly won the cup in, I can't remember what year it was now, but they played Charlton. They played Charlton in their final at Wembley, and they got beat 1-0. A man called Duffy played for Charlton on the wing. He scored the winner, did Duffy. But it was a good game. When they played that game, I was at Selhurst Park watching the Palace play that day. But we had the news coming over about the cup final. And 1-0 it was.
Yeah.
Good final. Yeah.
So I think we're going to end it there.
Yeah, we'll end it there.
So
I bet there's a few people must have got bored by now.
A few people really love it. I bet they're thrilled that it's back. Palace winning the cup. You must be pleased with that.
I was over the moon. I did a double somersault.
I know you did. Eagles have landed. Yeah.
You mean the Glaziers?
Well,
that's what they used to be called years ago, the Glaziers.
Glaziers.
And they was never called Crystal Palace by the fans. It was always Palace, Palace, Palace. Crystal Palace. They never used to say that first word. It was just Palace.
Okay. Right, so if you like Grandpa being back, like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you on the flypaper.
On the flypaper. See you later, everyone.
Bye. Well, we said something. Whether it makes any sense, I don't know.